Alright, we got all kinds of technical difficulties here. See if we can. Alright, we're gonna pretend we've done this before here. Um, can't seem to lock down the invite here. Let me try this again. Stand up. So, Sarge, I got a question for you.
Okay.
We're trying to start the code word here, but for some reason my last stream didn't take, and this one's not launching either. Any uh,
Okay.
any advice here?
um. Uh. Uh. I don't think you're gonna like whatever the advice is, because the advice would be to reboot. But I think, yeah.
Okay, here's what's weird. I just got an email that it is live now, so that's weird. Oh, there it
Let's
is.
see. I'll
Okay,
have a look.
do a quick audio test here. I see it now.
See, folks, this is the issue with streaming.
By the way, welcome
It's all
to.
worth it though to have a record.
Yeah, this is for admissible evidence, hopefully. So welcome to the stream here. By the way, if you missed the previous stream, it's because something, for some reason, there there were some issues. I was debating whether or not to change the title of this one here. It was going to be called Behind the Cut. Uh, just a little bit of behind the curtain, what we are working on today. Normally, people wouldn't see inside of some of the inner workings and development that happens along the way, but we're going to take you along for the ride, so I hope you enjoy. I don't know if you heard some audio that was inside this lobby, but they were RPing pretty heavily. I don't know if that LSPD person is in here. Let's see. I caught their tag earlier, but it was like new Steven Tyler. Anyways, they sentenced someone to 30 seconds in in prison. Yeah, which can be a lifetime for some people here. But yeah, they took someone down to the jail. I mean, sentenced them to 30 seconds for evading, and there was compliance on that part. I sent out another invite here. I don't know if you have to be standing up or something. And hello to everyone on Sarge's stream. I'm sure you've already done the formal introductions, I imagine.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was going over the similar as, yeah, the invite comes through, but it's not sticking for whatever reason. Um, but I went through basically what you were saying, as far as seeing behind the curtains, where there might be times where we'll be able to do church where it includes the stream, if it includes the audience perception of things, whether that's, I don't know, an aesthetic change or something like that, so that they can see the inner workings and to see how we got to that decision. But for the most part, it would be um, the committee and members. And I broke that down. Don't know if we need to break down what the committee is again for your your stream. Or...
No, that'd be awesome if you're able to break it down here. I'm gonna keep focusing on this invite. We can head out here. Maybe it's a change of room or something. We need to do that. I'll do a direct invite and see if that works. If not, we may have to jump lobbies or something. We'll see how this plays out right now. By the way, we will be taking questions on this one here.
There
Whether
we go. I think, yeah, there we go.
nice, whether or not whether or not these questions are productive, we appreciate it anyways. Let's see.
Yeah, so basically just touching on that, the committee would be the committee for a club individually or charter individually would be your president, the vice president, sergeant at arms, treasury secretary, road captain, enforcers. Um, I suppose if we stretch that far, that would also include a tail gunner if we we added one of those in rotation. So they would be your main committee members, and then additionally at a church you would also feature your full patch members. Nomads, it really depends. So at the moment, SOC is a nomad club. We're nomadic, even though we're based in Los Santos. We have that freedom to kind of set up where is fit, basically. So an example of that is, even though we've got the clubhouse, we're able to do the meeting here because we're nomadic. So if we decided one day we needed to set up a meeting in Blaine County, we could do that because technically we're not anchored down by a particular territory at the moment. And that's why we rock that nomad banner. In a case where you've got a main charter and you've got some nomads, maybe on a bi-weekly or every 2 weeks, fortnight, whatever term of expression you want to use, they might be requested to come through to basically just check up on what's going on. But in general, they would be in some form of communication with the secretary, and this is all in theory that we've got a full table of members. At the moment, we're still looking at what that will be in the Vice City era, or Six era, I suppose.
All right, and with that, we're going to head downstairs. We'll be discussing a little more regarding the future of where we're headed with some of the stuff, setting up properties, talking about branding and all that good stuff. Well, my question for you is, did you spin today?
No, I haven't, not today.
All right.
But I'm wondering where we're heading with the shin pads that you've got rocking right now.
I went
Oh well.
went for a new look today. Wearing that summer gear.
I ended up outside. I think we got run over. Some guy just shot me and ran in the casino, so I don't know what happened there.
All
So
right.
apologies to anyone that was watching my stream.
All right, we'll wait inside here. They went passive. It is weird.
Yeah, I'm surprised it threw me outside and not on there. There is I think that guy's probably using a mosquito because it sat directly outside the doors of the diamond. But we'll come back in.
We're sitting a bit on timeout till we can spin again. It says about 7 hours from now, so. Looks like that kid beat you to it.
What did you get, RP?
Actually, I don't know. It wasn't cash.
I always push down the R stick first before the left. A mystery? What the fuck's a mystery? Okay.
Is it a mystery
5,000 RP. There we go.
All right. I did want to ask you a question here. Is there any relevance to this pad? It was when I'd walked by before, it was destroyed. Looks like it's installed, but
I thought it was part of the casino heist.
okay.
I might be wrong, but I thought you had the option to like sneak in that way. Might be wrong, but
Okay. Because, yeah, it was busted, and so it made me wonder what the relevance was. I'm sure somebody has broken that down on multiple YouTube videos, but
yeah, Mr. Boss or something like that. Some expert.
that guy's still around? He's making videos?
Daily.
All right. I would have imagined someone's already moved into that market, and he's sort of the older cat in the game.
I know he gets a lot of hate still I think probably because he's done a lot of like clickbaity content previously, but he's still giving it a try. So guess you can't fault him for trying. But there are a lot popping up now, but that's because obviously SOCC been announced. It's
Alright, so for everyone saying what's on today's menu, it's definitely not what English Dave is offering here. He just called us right now. We are doing a bit of a mobile agenda, and first on the agenda is heading over to the different salvage yards. Really just to evaluate and make a decision on it, because a little bit of research, and by a little bit I mean probably 12 minutes of trying to figure out which salvage yard is beneficial. It's come down to two, unless there's a strong case that Sarge makes. It's a weird spawn. Sarge makes regarding any of the salvage yards way up north. But for example, like right now, it's not even ideal that we would head that way to launch some salvage yard jobs there. But from my understanding is you end up heading downtown anyways. Watch out for that vehicle.
oh,
Definitely need to be on alert this time.
I didn't even see him come up on the icons.
We are being tailed by white dots. Keep an eye on Slasher there. Alright, so first we're going to head up to the salvage yard.
I was watching some of the janky traffic, because a few times I saw you nearly got caught, so I'm watching to see who's pulling out, and then I just get like ragged by that fancy looking truck, which is coming back this way, by the way.
Alright, so one of the things to evaluate, yes, is the entry points on here. And I mean, it is nice to see like there's not just one way to come in and out of this salvage yard, but still.
Wow.
Alright. We'll I'm trying to keep focus on this one because we get caught up in this, and there's a
He's
kid
down.
at. Alright. He'll be back.
He will.
That's not a doubt. Alright, so yeah, multiple ways to get into the salvage yard, but it's sort of a very congested to exit.
Yeah, it's nice, but I feel like that that kind of break of, like you say, the congestion of it is going to be both a help and a hinder, because it's going to help in some ways that if people are attacking like this, you would think technically should be able to help, because you'll have areas that you'll get used to combat it, but at the same time, escaping from that area once you're in the fight is going to be the issue, I think. And then obviously with vehicles, you need to be basically your profit is going to fall off if you're crashing into things, and with it being so dense, it's going to be difficult to get around without causing trouble, again if you're being chased or whatever.
And really the exterior is not one of its strongest selling points. It's really was about its pathway from Clubhouse down to the arcade, which is really the reason I selected it. But I mean, that's all it really had going for it. And there are other exteriors that seem to be more ideal, but it's not the one that we're headed to next. But overall, I think it is the one that we'll have to end up landing on.
I mean, it's got its benefits as far as you've got a lot of good stores that you've got available to it, or destinations. So you've got the store and the clothing shop just one alleyway away. Um, you've got there's a nightclub over the street. Now, obviously, ours is way up north. Um, but in the case that you decided to relocate, I think it's a bit late now. But if you decided to, you've got that option. You got Benny's Motors. I don't really use very often, but that is available. And you've got the weapon shop in Simeon just up the street, which isn't, or just up the block, so it's not too bad for that purpose. It's just that if you're having the salvage yard here, how often are you going to use that, or are you going to spawn here instead of the clubhouse, so that this is kind of your main base, and you kind of work out of here rather than the clubhouse. And we're still being stalked by that guy, by the way. He's kind of running the block.
Yeah, he had a mugger assigned to him, so he was a little busy. It looks like there's a mosquito headed his way, so we'll see if those two decide to tangle there. So we're gonna head over to the next salvage yard, scout that out, and we'll talk about the strong points, the downsides, and any last minute calls before we officially put that one on the agenda, that location.
No, nothing more to add.
Alright, so we'll follow Sarge here. He'll take us to the other location.
Is this one I'm currently based out of?
Yeah. We'll head that way.
Trying to get my faculties.
Alright, we'll take Sarge, and then he'll take it over from there.
Where's that guy? Okay, that disappeared.
Yeah, he's being trailed by some other random.
That's going to leave me up there, isn't it? Sheesh. Bit unconventional, but we'll get there.
Get to that point here. Alright, so it looks like here player concerns, whatever, is dealing with another player there. Should we tell Sarge or should we just keep going? We'll just keep riding. It's been a while since I've seen the King of the Castle pop up.
So I see that quite often.
Yeah, I remember when that popped up. I was always heading to that. Usually in the grotto over in the spoofed Playboy Mansion.
See, I remember it being at the dam. Um, by where the Lost Casino, well, more or less where the Lost Casino is. So this is the other one.
Shit. All right. So welcome to
So
Muerta Heights, right? I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously you've got the what is the timber yard, right? And I know you're not a big fan of the timber yard. Um, I just felt like in a way it's kind of the aesthetic fits, and also from a defensive purpose, you're not too trapped in, so you can. There is some freedom to it. There's some width to it, breathing room. Um, if you need to, you can climb up to the wall as well on this side and get up onto the roof to get back um, to the salvage yard. But yeah, it's not too bad. I think the issue just is that you're out of the way of everything else, but I don't think we're going to avoid that anyway. The benefit is the route this way isn't too bad because you're just basically running on the same road past the casino and you're pretty much in our zone, which is downtown Highwood, Vinewood, basically. Um,
Two of the downsides that I'd seen immediately. Sometimes there's this tendency to want to enter here into this spot, which is not correct. Could land you in a bit of trouble, but I guess you get used to that after a while, not entering in this point here.
yeah, that's news to me. But
the,
yeah, I get your point.
the other one is, have you run into tight turns when you're bringing in vehicles and the tow truck? Because I haven't had that experience driving those in myself.
Maybe a little bit here, but I think I would find the strawberry one a bit more tighter than this. I just feel this is a bit more. There's a little bit more breathing room than what there is on that one, but
I do like this here. I never thought about this is a way to exit if you needed to.
yeah, you got evasion points. Um, if you had an airwolf, you've got enough room here to land as well, but I don't know how often you would have an available airwolf now.
It's interesting to see how many times we've been in this section.
You could probably, if you were skillful enough, climb up on the oil tanker onto the surgery solves everything sign and jump down onto the overpass.
Okay, so any other salvage yards we should add to the running? I'm gonna take one last look here at the.
So what is let's see, because I haven't really so your one is strawberry, the other one, there's one in La Puerta,
Yeah.
and then yeah, the only one that I would probably add is that one because the others are way up north. So the one in La Puerta, whereabouts is that?
I could show you here. It's the one thing that I seen
That's by
during.
the I know. Yeah, it's by the arena.
Yeah, which I
I
did
think
like that, fit the aesthetics and all that. Problem is, from other people who have purchased that, they've mentioned a gang attack was prompted.
yeah, and I can imagine it gets quite popular, like more of a dense area for players, because especially now there's a lot of activity that can take place there. So you've got Gerald, you've got Lamar, um, the salvage yard now has activities that have you attacking the Panics arena, so I can see other players being around there quite a bit, which in sometimes it can be helpful, but if they're in the mood to chop you off at the knees, then it could be a hinder. Especially if you shoot first, because like once you've dropped them once,
It's go time, yeah. So I do like, this kind of fits the theme as well, and got all this going here. But yeah, I mean, I like this. Check it out.
for RP it's very nice, but it's yeah. For RP it is nice, but
We even got a guard
it's
dog here.
just
Vehicle's ready to go. We need it.
we just haven't got. We are quite a distance, but the road to the clubhouse is direct. It's a simple straight road, straight up.
Yeah. I mean, visually, this would be my top pick, easily.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it just fits. But
yeah, but I don't see what they're talking about as far as like,
the gang attack would be.
yeah,
This used to be where the is it the Armenians, basically the mob looking group. This is where they would spawn, but I
yeah,
don't know if it's here anymore because I don't have that on the map.
yeah,
Um, because they all used to spawn like in this little abandoned unit where the boxes and that are.
yeah.
Um, they all used to spawn here, but not anymore. You have got this as well, I suppose, if you want RP meetings or
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, even in here, if you check this out, this little area over here.
You know, the area kind of reminds me a bit of the. In the early days, you found um, the place where the the gate opens up by where close to by where the LSPD
Yeah,
department stations. It reminds me a bit of that, but on a larger scale. I'm surprised I didn't use that. To be fair, that would have been quite a way to use that.
yeah. All right, what do you think, Sarge? Between the two, between your where you're currently at and this one. Final thoughts.
Um, is strawberry in the mix, or you definitely
No,
want to move?
we're dropping that off. It's gonna be between this one and the one you're at.
Well, um, where do you drop off the vehicles here? Where do you have to ride to, or drive to? Do you have to come out around, or?
Because technically, right here, yeah, is where the entry is.
Oh, okay. So do you have to come? Oh, is that where you drop them off?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, I see. Okay. I quite like this one. I just wonder whether this little bit here could cause issues.
Because I mean, there's plenty of spots to run inside, loop around that somebody may not be familiar with if they're bringing a larger vehicle in.
Let's see. You could come up. Yeah, you've got here. Yeah, I quite like this one. I think I'd be happy to move up to this.
Get this over here. Oh man, this even goes. I don't know if I've done this way.
Yeah, you've got escape routes that you can take advantage of.
I've never tried to scale this. I can't go up here yet. It's that barbed wire. But I have been able to jump off on the side on this one here.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, there's that opening here.
you've got the that tanker that's next to you. That's probably a good spotter point if you had a spotter behind you up there.
Yeah. And if you look at it, it's close to the helis and the docks and all that other stuff over there. Even the airport, honestly.
Yeah, so this would work, and you've got that over there. If you this actually tactically would be quite cool because if you had a meeting with another club or whatever, and you had it within um, the open space that's opposite, you've got quite a lot of areas where you can put spotters or people to run in if
And
need
you
be.
and you can spawn right at salvage yard.
Yeah.
Almost might start spawning here for a while. Just the way it looks, it's nice. What else was I gonna say about this place? Oh, let's talk about the other thing. The one that kind of does matter, the price. And it looks like
So,
2.6, which I definitely am not carrying right now, and I don't know if
but
exchanging is an option.
it'd be more right because um, connections to local businesses are priceless yet surprising affordable, which is why for a one-off payment you can receive discounts. It's whether you would want that. You'd have to pay for your tow truck um, and your staff. So in total, um, would you have the trade rates or not?
I would, but it'd be lower priority to get that.
So with trade rates, your tow truck and your staff, you're looking at 4.8.
4.8. See if I can buy it. Base. See if I can just get the base price here. Nope. We are insufficient at the moment, but that gives us a goal to work towards.
I think I would. Um, I could probably get it, but I'm assuming that you would use the money that you used to buy the other salvage yard. So I would imagine it would take that into consideration because you're swapping over.
Yeah, and if it follows the same formula, it should. Um,
No, it doesn't. So yeah, I'm a
you
bit short.
you have to buy it clean, or no.
Yeah,
I mean like you have to put up a full 2.6, or you just have to pay the difference.
no, you have to put up a full 2.6 or 4.8.
Jeez. Well, we better get to work and start hauling a few more cars.
So I got 2.7 right now. So that's what I was thinking with the 2.7 that I have on me, and then hopefully, what if I must have spent 4 on the other one, that it would take that into consideration, so I would probably have a bit left over, but it just says, nope, you haven't got the funds. So, yeah, we're going to have to work towards that, I think.
Okay. All right. Um, looks like there's a car meet. Not really on the agenda. We'll keep moving. Okay. All right. So, well, since we're here, I'll just show you. So we talked about establishing the potential move over to Vice, and with that will be the transition to outside of the blue that was for Hawick, and green will carry over as Nomad, but Let's see. So kind of slowly getting acclimated to the color, but looking at adopting red as the color that we take into Vice, unless there's opposition or you have any second thoughts on with that.
No, I personally wanted to potentially keep red anyway because I know that originally, I know it was a bit more difficult to do back then, but I know originally it was red anyway. I know with Haywick you wanted to have a fresh take on it, so I was happy to move to blue, but I'm I'm more than happy to go back to red and go back to the roots. Um, Historically, we might have to look at that as far as how we draw that up. Um, do you draw that up as the West Coast? Does everyone run that as red now? How do you cover that Haywick was blue? Do you have that as like it was an experiment thing, an experiment charter? Or...
No, I just think because it was. I mean, you almost could say. I mean, you got Vice, which would be a little more south, but if you did compare it,
West and East.
you got a west and an east, yeah.
But then
And
that begs the question: do you wait until you're on 6 to go red and stay blue on 5?
no, I'd say you start. I guess wrapping our heads around it. That way, we know what we're hitting, what we're looking at when we hit the stores, as well as getting used to it too. Because honestly, we're in the West colors for so long, sort of ingrained. So it took me a while to do green for a bit.
Well, that brings up the question of, obviously we mentioned earlier that at the moment the club is in nomadic status, which basically means we can set meetings and stuff like that anywhere because we're not anchored down technically to a territory. So we would be green anyway. So do we put in times for experimenting red, or do we just do that now just to get that in mind, sort of thing?
We got a friendly out here at the moment. Um,
I guess the other question would be, just to throw another one into the mix, would there be a it's a bit hard right now because we haven't got the map or anything to go off for information. Um, but would we go in as Nomad and rep green to start with, or would we look to claim early?
you know, RP wise, I like that. That is pretty cool. Keeping green. Maybe on downtime I just throw the red on outside of a stream or something. But you know, the fact that you come in green and then establish a location and then go red, that seems pretty cool. RP wise,
Yeah, it's kind of like the. I guess in a way it's traffic light. Well, we don't have orange, but it's kind of like traffic lights or amber. Because you're going from Nomad, which is basically go go go, because you can be anywhere. Whereas red stop, you're actually on that territory.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I like that idea. I don't know where the prospect's going, but the hangy's going somewhere else.
He's a fumigator, so he has some
Things to do.
he's on commission.
I see. The that storyline is kind of Interesting. And keep it green and then turn red. All right. You're giving me a reason to think on that one.
Yeah, I just feel like initially we'd go in Nomad anyway, because I'm assuming that we won't. I mean, depends how Rockstar opens up, but I'm assuming we won't have clubhouses and whatnot. Um, I just don't know if Rockstar will start us off with anything like that in order for us to actually think it through long enough to claim. Um, prospects.
Hanging's hanging back. All right. If you got the safe,
Yeah,
I
we
got the
just sat
combo.
around.
All right.
Sat around.
All right. We got 28.
Yeah, you got them. 28.
3. 98.
Yep. What was the last one?
98.
Done. That was smoother.
Easy money for Hangy. All right.
Yeah, no blood loss neither.
All right. Well, let me ask you.
We're in green though.
Yeah, green does sound ideal.
I mean,
It's following, it's following our pattern.
I mean, I can't wait to go red and be set, but it just makes sense to me that we would be green going in, seeing as we're not going to be set anywhere. We're not going to have a territory.
Yeah.
So I think we start as green. Promotional and branding, I'm not quite sure how that goes with the green. Whether we start as green and go red, or go for red initial to overall,
I think
or
that
just go black and white and then accent it with that once we're established.
I think I think I'm gonna keep, one outfit as red. That way, I still stay mentally ready for that, and it doesn't seem so foreign in a sense that this new color I've never seen. Oh, we're gonna have to be good Samaritans here. All right.
You want to collect that, or do you want me to do it?
If you can. I shop here a lot too, so I don't mind giving them back to. It's weird. Are you seeing it showing up there?
Yeah. Ah, okay. There we go. There we go. Now we got a skeleton running around. Ah, but it won't let me in the shop. I can't go in the store for some reason.
Alright, so it's closed down, huh?
Yep.
Alright.
Um.
Okay, well, they're gonna have to take our good intentions.
Take our word for it.
Yeah, good intentions here.
We did have a unintended casualty in that in the mix, but
Alright, I gotta. Alright, I'm gonna message you on Discord here, and we'll catch you guys in a little bit, and I'll hit you up, Sarge, let you know what's going on here.
okay.
Sorry to cut it short here, but to be continued a little later. And
Sounds good.
Sarge might keep going, but we'll hit you back in a little bit.